The cat is out of the bag.
$10, $10, and $10. Always $10. We have 7 colors. Look, type cards: brown, pink, greens, green, black, and coffee. This is warehouse. If you need, please contact me.
Do you recognize this style, this bag? Of course you do. For the past more than 30 years, we have been the OEM factory for most of the luxury brands around the world. Gucci, Prada, Coach, Louis Vuitton, you name it. But for this, I am not proud because we were only making our wages. The profit margin for the people who are actually making the bags are very low. What I'm really proud of is that first, we have the best quality control. Two, we have the best craftsmanship. You know, Chinese craftsmen are always intelligent.
One thing I'm gonna say is, who did know this? China has always made replicas for many, many years. As a kid, I actually had an uncle in the military. He would always like hit us up and say, hey, do you want me to get anything? Because he would go straight to China and grab a replica of the same products that we would buy in America. So I don't think that they're busting anyone's bubble, like anyone didn't know that they had replicas or fakes in China. Matter of fact, if you go to New York, they actually have like a whole district where they sell replicas and fakes and stuff like that. But I think what they're really trying to highlight in this video is the fact that you can actually get the real thing instead of going directly to Louis, Gucci, all that stuff. I think that's what they're really trying to highlight.
They're trying to highlight what you just said, but differently. People always thought that the replicas came from China, they were fake, and that the stuff from Gucci, Louis, YSL, whatever, that was made in Italy or France or wherever, and it was better quality and more authentic. But what they didn't know, which I don't know how they didn't know this, like 80% of the products that they buy from these luxury brands are sourced directly from Chinese companies. They're the same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
they slap a logo on it and that's it.
That's how they know how to make the replica, is because they make the real thing.
Facts. Yeah, exactly.
That's one of those things Kevin O'Leary talks about. So Kevin O'Leary, just in case you guys are unfamiliar, that's the guy that you see on Shark Tank. His name is Mr. Wonderful. He's the guy with the bald head. He actually had an interview when I think he was talking with either CNN or Fox. I don't know, guys. But either one of those, he was talking about it. And he was talking about that's the reason why he was glad that Trump was going at China with the tariffs, because one of the things that the US has to do with China, if they want to do business with China, they have to partner with someone else who's Chinese. And then that's how a lot of the secrets get stolen and how they're able to make replicas, is because they're partnering with someone else who's Chinese. And then a lot of times they're getting that information out, they're giving it to someone else, and then that person's able to build a replica off of the information that they made from partnering with them. It's a little insight for you guys.
Because they steal all the IP. So what they do is they steal the IP out of the US after it's a proven product in the market, manufacture it there, and trade it back to us.
Your made in Italy Gucci, 80% come from Chinese factory. They just add the logo in Europe to make you pay the price of 10 times. Close your eyes. If your hammer says made in China, does it feel cheaper? No, that's not quality issue. It's luxury brand washing. Fun fact, the hand stitching your product, 42% are Chinese artisans. We don't do cheap. We do underrated luxury. Why pay 2,000 Europe for Parisian air? Same leather, same craft, just without the European fairy.
So I answer your question. The reason you're gonna pay that price is for perception. People, there's perception, there's quality, right?
Yeah.
So if it's all about the quality, then fine. I'll pay $50 for direct from China. That makes perfect sense. It's the same exact bag. But the reason you pay the $2,000 or the 10 times markup is because you want to have that logo on your bag.
Yeah, it's branding.
It's branding. So that's what it is. So unless it becomes a flex to rock direct from China products because of this whole tariff situation, I don't see it really changing. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Because people are not going to want to buy a bag that doesn't have the logo on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's why there's some people who don't want to buy replicas. Because a lot of times the replicas have the same quality. It's not that the quality is that bad. A lot of times they add like an extra buckle to it, or they add extra ding to it to make it like, because, you know, sometimes, legally speaking, they have something called like a trade dress. They got to change something. To make the long story short, it's pretty much the same quality, guys. It's like what you said. People are just really into the brand, which is actually kind of like one of the videos that we had dropped before. Remember that video? How it was a Payless store and they changed the name of it and they changed the prices and everybody went to go buy the products because they thought it was luxury and expensive. And then like the comments that people would make was hilarious. They're like, "Oh yeah, it feels so great. It feels that." It's like a complete and utter what's that word for it?
I don't know.
Placebo. That's what it was. It's a complete and utter
yeah,
placebo.
yeah.
It made people think it was better because of the prices.
But really, they were Payless shoes.
Yeah.
Fun fact, yeah. They Payless like rebranded their store to be a designer, and people were like falling in love with it, but it was really just Payless shoes. So yeah.
They're nicer than me. I would have just kept it like that and just not said anything.
Of course they can't do that. That's super illegal, but yeah.
If they change, is it illegal though?
It's illegal, yeah.
Changing the name of a store and then
They
shooting up
missed. Well,
prices?
they'd have to like they were like running the tests, so they were misrepresenting themselves. I mean, if they want to make a whole new brand, they could rebrand themselves.
That's
sure.
what I'm saying. I'm like, if
Yeah.
they just change the name of a corporation, oh, this is
Sure,
a,
yeah, they could
a
do that.
subsidiary of Payless, blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, and then be like, oh, this is our luxury division, but it's the same product.
Yeah, I mean, it's
they could.
Yeah.
They could. Yeah.
It's like, what was it? It's like a Lexus and Toyota.
So, yeah.
It's still the same thing. If you go to China, if you go to Japan, it's literally just a Toyota.
You can shop on Chinese platforms such as Taobao, 1688, Tianmao, Jingdong. You can even go directly to Guangzhou Yiwu.
No one can pronounce those names. I'm sorry. Like who's listening to this and then they're like trying to find it in Google? That's American. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. They gonna have to drop the like. Well, I mean, I think they
did.
Here, yeah.
It's all there. It's all there.
I'm slow on that one, but
泉州, Wenzhou to buy. Don't know how to buy, how to pay, or arrange delivery? Just PM me. GoNest to provide free shopping guidance and shipping services for you.
all right, guys. So ultimately, I think we all get the point here. Pretty much that people are happy with being scammed in America, paying higher prices for absolutely no reason, just for the brand. So I mean,
Look, dude. Listen. I read a comment in one of these videos from someone because someone was talking about how their Uggs. One of their family members went overseas and they brought them back some Uggs from some some country that was not Australia, and how the quality was just as good and blah blah blah, which I didn't remember until they said in the comments that Uggs are actually made in Australia. Unless it has that little, there's like something inside the Ugg that lets you know it was made in Australia.
Yeah.
What's my point? I sound like Adam right now, Adam Sosnick. What's your point, Adam? Here's the point. The point, they don't know who that is. Point is that some things are actually genuinely made in some of these more non-Chinese countries, right?
yeah.
So I get it in that case. Because they said 80% is made in China. There's still some goods that are made outside of China. In that case, there might be some people who want to buy those items for different reasons, right? Quality or flexing or whatever you want to call it. It's not that people want to be duped or deceived. It's that some people just don't know because they're slow. Some people want to be, they're okay with they may have known it was from China, but they're like, whatever, this is like a unwritten or, a known secret that we're all going to let it slide. And some people really want the quality stuff and they thought they were buying the real stuff, but they were actually buying it from Zhangguang manufacturer.
I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know, because the reason why I'm like, I kind of don't know is because the main reason why they're saying this is because the whole tariff situation.
Yeah.
About them putting tariffs and making products that are coming from China more expensive. So my thought process is like, okay, well, if they're putting tariffs on everything from China and they're still a Chinese brand, isn't it still like, are they gonna just drop down their price so much so that way people buy it with the tariff? That's what I'm thinking.
I think maybe you're thinking B2C, that's why.
Yeah.
Because this affects B2B. Because then the tariffs are going to
Okay,
affect
they're saying buying straight from them, right?
as individual consumers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the tariffs affect the businesses that are buying these things,
Gotcha,
and they have
okay.
to pay the price.
Gotcha.
And then that's when they make them have to sell it for more,
Gotcha.
which we have to pay.
Gotcha. And they're saying, we'll just buy it straight direct.
Straight, whatever.
Because I'm surprised there wouldn't be a tariff on that.
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not a tariff expert.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But it sounds as though if you or me as a direct consumer buy from this company in China directly, then we don't pay a tariff. Tariffs don't really apply to the US. I know. That'd be like a tax, not a tariff.
Yeah. I mean,
It's pretty much the same thing kind of, but
I mean,
individual tax versus a tax on a country.
either way, if I'm being completely honest, I feel like they just do what Apple did, where they ship a whole bunch of it to India and then we just buy from India. Because that's how Apple's getting away with it, because a lot of the products are made in China, and right now they're like, okay, well they just shipped like a whole bunch of stuff to India so that way they could get around the tariff with China and all other stuff like that. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, if they're a Chinese brand or whatever, they might just ship their stuff to people in India, and then we just buy it from them, and then they get because either way they're getting more than what they're making at the factory.
Yeah,
They get like 3 cents an hour. So
It's crazy. Slave labor. Yeah, but if Trump finds out about that little loophole, he's going to put a tail on them too, because Trump's not playing games out here, man.
No, that man throwing a hammer.
Yeah,
But yeah, ultimately, I don't think this is a bad idea. I think it's cool. I don't think too many people didn't know this, but yeah, I mean,
Right.
shout out to them. They want to make more money. I'm not mad at them for it.
It's a good decision. It's a good decision. Yeah, I mean, they're trying to make, like you said, they're trying to make their money. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I think that was a good decision. Let us know if you think it's a good decision. Leave a like, leave a comment, and make sure you subscribe. All right, guys, we're out.